So I'm not going to give a fancy introduction or anything like that. I'm just going to play the video that just posted about, let's see, 30 minutes ago, and then we'll go from there. Okay, that's essentially it. The rest of it afterwards is just them talking about go to whatever website, blah blah. So Evo posted a little bit before 11 my time central, and was essentially stating that they're announcing an online tournament. So just going back a little bit, two things. This guy looks fucking dead. Like, he does not want to be in this shot. But two things, or a couple other things after that. So the lineup here, it's not a bad lineup. Immediately we're going to see that Smash is X'd out, and I'm pretty sure, I've already looked at a few of the comments here where I'm seeing that, like, that they cut Smash. I wish I could censor some of these things, and they talk about Smash is gone. So there are a couple people that are actually kind of upset that Smash is gone. I kind of want to refresh to see if anything changed, but it doesn't look like it. For the most part, it looks like people are kind of surprised that out of all these games here, Smash Brothers is gone. Like, Smash Ultimate is just gone. It's surprising, but at the same time, it's not surprising. And here's my process on that. A lot of, if not all of these games, if I recall, and I'm trying to just come off as someone who has played most of, if not all of these games, with the exception of Sam Show 7. So I have experienced the netcode of all of these. Street Fighter 5, I think, had a recent netcode update. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong or not. But these are all delay-based games. I know Grand Blue is for sure. I know Tekken 7 for goddamn sure is, as well as Soul Calibur. Under Night... Is Under Night delay-based? I don't think it's rollback. I'm almost certain it's not rollback. Fighters, I know definitely is, and I don't know the netcode for Sam Show. But with all this being grouped up here, it looks like the way that they're advertising it are the official lineup. Let me move my mouse out of the way. Okay, or not. Thank you, Twitter. The official lineup, as you see here at the bottom left, is just all the delay-based netcode games, or the bigger games, quote-unquote, that we have announced, with the exception of no Smash. Now, I'm not a Smash player. I play the game very casually with friends of mine, but I have watched it at a competitive level, and I know that people play this game a lot online. I've seen a lot of the higher-level players play it online. But I can understand why they took it off. If you're trying to run an online tournament, especially one as big as Evo, it makes sense why Smash Brothers is not here. Because for the Switch, for the Switch by default, it doesn't come with any way to plug in an Ethernet cable, and you're gonna have to spend another $20 in here. And if you're another random normal person like me, you've been around the block on Twitter and have seen people talk about that they will not spend another $20 to get anything to keep their connection stable. And to keep a fluid online experience, anything to keep a stable connection, such as an Ethernet cable, helps a lot. So, while all these games are probably going to be PS4, the one game that is not going to be PlayStation 4, which is Smash Brothers, it makes sense why all these PlayStation 4 games are going to be on this lineup, with the exception of Smash Brothers, which is on the Switch. So, personally, it's surprising, but at the same time, it's not. For an online tournament, it's absolutely not surprising. What is surprising, however, is we fast forward a little bit through all the stuff, and we get the games afterwards for open online tournaments, and then we see 4 other games that we get, which was Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, which is the new Mortal Kombat 11 expansion that they are releasing, which is cool. It's honestly, it would be a little surprising if Mortal Kombat wasn't in Evo. Also, shout out to Twitter for their garbage quality. Killer Instinct is one of the ones that made me kind of open my eyes and say like, what? Okay, that's crazy. I wonder how they're gonna do this though, because I know this game is cross-play between Xbox and Windows 10. So I guess it doesn't really matter what console you use, but I know this game has some really good netcode. Plus, this game is really hype. This game is slept on way too much. So for the people that are like, bring back KI, you might just get there. And then we get to some pretty interesting territory. Not interesting bad in my perspective. Interesting, kind of good. And when I say interesting, I mean interesting as a whole for the FGC, because I'm kind of interested on their reaction, which is we get to them's fighting herds, and them's fighting herds is a very it's a very interesting audience. Because either you fall into the category of the people who are you are in that in the TFH community, or you have seen videos on the game or played the game yourself, as I have, and are like, damn, this game is actually kind of sick. But people are gonna look at this game probably and just be like, oh, this game is just a bunch of animals fighting each other. It's whack. It's not a bad game, guys. I will say this till the day I die. This Fighting Herds is actually a good game if you give it a chance. So, and it's also really cool that this Fighting Herds as a whole is even at Evo. You know, my bias aside, speaking of games that are really awesome to get at Evo, can we talk about the fact that Skullgirls is at Evo? When was the last time we saw Skullgirls at Evo? Man, I remember watching that Evo. That was when I was really big into Skullgirls, and I still kind of am. I follow it low-key, but I don't play it as much as I want to. And they had a new netcode update, so that's pretty sick. But it makes me wonder how the community is reacting to these 4 games, or how they will react within like the next 24 hours over these 4 games versus the other 7 that they decided to actually show off at Evo, you know, that they actually officially announced for Evo Online, or whatever they're calling it. I think the lineup's fine. I mean, shout out to the Smash community that they're not getting their game. It really sucks that they're not able to actually get it at Evo. You know, all gripes at the Smash community aside, it really does suck that from a Smash standpoint and everything, they're not able to get their game at Evo. This probably sounds like I'm like, haha, you're not getting your game at Evo. No, it's not. It sucks when any kind of game is pulled out, but it's also worse when I don't know how to phrase it. It sucks when your game that you have God, hold on. It sucks when your game, for example, Smash Ultimate in this case, is not at a big tournament like Evo to give it some publicity and stuff like that. And, for example, like, it makes me wonder like what Nintendo's going to do, because I've known that for the competitive side, Nintendo just doesn't care about the competitive side of Smash Brothers, you know? It's like 2 sides of the same coin. It sucks. Because I've been paying attention, like I said, on the low about the Smash scene, This is supposed to be a really nice year for Smash. There was a lot of stuff that was going to happen, and then this whole shit happened, and now it's just not. This kind of makes it worse because they can't even have their online tournament, you know? So, you know, personally, from my standpoints, for the Smash community, it sucks. Sorry for you guys. I hope eventually there is a way that you guys will be able to grow as a community. That being said, don't come at people's throats because your game is not an Evo this year. There is an understanding as to why it's not, and it's probably because there's just not a consistently stable way to have thousands of people play the tournament. I'm also curious as to how they're going to have thousands of people play Street Fighter and Fighters and probably Ramble, but you know what? They have 2 months to figure it out because they have until July, the 4th of July to figure it out. Oh boy, Godspeed. I just want to see how this all goes down. If you want to hear my personal bias, I think the lineup here is okay. I'll admit I kind of forgot that there was a new Under Night. I think Tekken's going to be a fucking disaster because the netcode on that game is not that great. Soul Calibur is also makes me a little nervous. Like, the community is cool, the netcode is a little scary to think about. Street Fighter, I don't know. I think people have been saying the netcode's better, so that's good. Big ups on that. I don't know the netcode on Sam's show, but I guess I just haven't watched a bunch of streams where the netcode has been bad. Granblue, same boat. Fighters, I've experienced that. Yeah. For these, for the other games though, the Mortal Kombat 11, like I said, these are more the rollback netcode games. So Mortal Kombat 11, I kind of want to see more of this game at a higher level. I kind of just want to see more MK11 as well. Killer Instinct, we haven't seen this in Evo in years. I would love to watch this at a high level again. Want to see those people who are hiding out in the Killer Instinct community. Let's see that happen. Those Fighting Herds, I never seen a single tournament of this game, but I've seen that there have been a lot of updates to this game, so good stuff to you, because I know that there are a bunch of people that are really excited about this. And then Skullgirls, well, I mean, if I say anything, it's just going to be pure bias. But yeah, I guess we'll just wait until July, see how this all goes. It's surely going to be very interesting because the fact that everything's going to be online. I want to know how they're going to manage that. I mean, they set a timeline for themselves. They have until the 4th of July, or even just July. It kind of makes me want to practice like Skullgirls at least and try to enter Evo myself. Kind of motivating. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm 5Uber, and I'll see you guys next time.